Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Um, First and foremost, I want to thank my new subscribers and for all the new people that have been following me for this Mixed Media March adventure, because it was an adventure and I love every minute of it. It was not easy to do 31 videos, even though I did it for Junk Journal January. I'm finding it harder and harder to do a video every day. But I did it and I'm very happy to have done it. So today I just wanted to do a flip through and my thoughts on working on a concertina, and I just simply loved it. So this size of concertina, I made it. It's 8 inches long, and it measures 4 inches and 3/4 wide, which was a perfect size. What I like about this is that it stays closed. Don't need to put a ribbon around it. It stays up, and I just simply like the way I build it. I made a little boo-boo, never thinking. When I counted my pages, it was perfect. I had 32, never thinking that I would use one for the cover and one for the back. So I was one page short, but it worked out because I used the back to make my day 31. So I'm just going to go through with you, and I just love the way it opens up. This is fantastic. I'm loving everything of it. It was perfect for this project. And I like that everything comes out, and I have fabric on the side here, and I've got all kinds of goodies coming out of my journal. I just love it. So this was my page. The background is a gel print photocopy, and I used my little letters from a book that I bought a while back. And as I was explaining in my intro, this is the book that I used for my stickers. I've had this for a while, never used it, so I thought, why not for this project? So I'm going to go through real fast. So these were my first two, and I just love the way this came out. And what was nice about this project, without prompts, I just let my creativity go. I just woke up one morning or thought about it the night before, and I'm saying, oh, that's what I'm doing tomorrow, or this is what I'm doing today, this is what I feel like doing. And I was going through all my papers and all my gel prints and all the artwork that I had done before to incorporate everything in here, because that's what I wanted to do. So this is a new technique that I learned from Michelle at the Creative Cove, and I love it. I made quite a few of these, and I gave some away in my Happy Mail, and I send some to friends as well. So I thought I would use it. For my page one, I just loved it, and everything here, background, is all the jelly print session that I made before starting the project. So this was that. Same here. Painted the background. These are all jelly prints pieces, and these are torn up pieces. The background is also jelly prints that I just collaged in the back. Then I added my doll for a focal point. This is not one of my favorite pages. I just wanted to do the black and white. So there's strips of gel prints and painty papers that I made. And then when I did this, first I didn't add the butterflies. And once I did this page, I thought, oh, let me do some butterflies to match this. This one I'm happy with. This one I'm not too happy with. So, I mean, you learn. This is the perfect thing to do to practice your art, to experiment, and that was my idea to do this. I wanted to experiment in doing all kinds of things. This, I have to say, I love this page. Again, this was background collage with book pages, which I painted. I stenciled over it with some script. Used a lot of cardboard. This is fabric that I painted and just added a butterfly on this page. This was a jelly postcard that I made last year for the July postcard play, and I thought it was perfect. It went well with this, and the background here is a gel print. And this is a gel print that I had used last year as well. This, I did the leaf, and I stamped on it. This is my faux wax papers that I have a video on how I made this. And this is done from a gel print as well. This is a cluster that I made just because I wanted to use some scraps. This is a piece of jelly print. These are all gel prints in the back. Book page, and I just did some mark making on this one. This was a lot of work, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I have to say, I have to stop saying love it, love it, love it. One of my followers, she made me laugh. She says, love it, love it, love it. And I do say that a lot, so I'm sorry. So for this page here was some painty papers. This is a painty paper. This is gel prints. This is a netting that I did with a gel print. I just did some sewing, added some fabric, a lot of stitching around this, and I just love it. I really do. So to try and go with this page, for the background here is rice paper that I've been hoarding for a long time. Excuse me. Took a piece of my painty papers, just made a circle. This is a piece of jelly print, and then I added some mark making with my turquoise Posca pen and green pens on my gel print papers. And I started making flowers with watercolors, and I just fussy cut them and added to the page here. Oh, this was my ugly art page. I took a class where we had to do a very large painting on whatever medium you wanted to, no, substrate that you wanted to use. And for me, I used a brown paper bag, a large paper bag. And the colors that we had to use was red, turquoise, white, and black. And you could play with your paint mixing. So that's why I have a little bit of peach here. So it was a mix of the red and the white. And so I call it my ugly art. But once I've cut it into pieces, it wasn't so bad. So I used a piece for here, made some marks, and used my paint. You know, when you open your tubes of paint, you have these blobs. So I've used my paint chips, let's say paint chips. And for the gel prints, I just used one of my gel prints, which is this one here, and made some circles. And a piece of paper right there that I used also. And a lot of mark making on my page. For this one here, when I was doing this painting, I taped around my my board so it would hold down, and the masking tape became washi tapes, and they are beautiful. So this is washi tape backgrounds. So I have washi tape, gel print. When you see the videos, that's it. So this is a gel print. This is a gel print. And so I mixed the washi tape and the gel prints to match the reds. This is a collage piece from Dina Wakely in her collage collective that I just cut out. The background is a ledger piece, but her coloring wasn't good for this. The coloring on this is baby blue, so it didn't work out. So what I did is I took my turquoise, the same one that I used for this painting, and I just used my finger, and I just added my turquoise where her baby blue was, and I used my charcoal pencil and went around the face to make it pop out and make it darker. And I love how this one came out. I really do. I have to learn to draw faces. That's my next project. I love Dina Wakely's art. I really, actually, I just received, and I know I wasn't supposed to buy anything in 2025, but I've been wanting her. Um, I'll be right back. I just received it the other day. I had to order it from Ottawa. Her ledger journal, the mixed media. It's done with all beautiful ledger papers, and I can't wait to start working in this. And it's a reproduction of an authentic 1920s hardware store ledger. So I can't wait to start working in this, and I'm so happy I found it because they're running out. I went to my craft store, didn't have it. Went to different stores that I go online, didn't have it. But then I made a search and I found it in Ottawa. So the ladies in Ottawa were, and there was only one left, which was this one. And while I was talking with the lady, she says, "You won't believe this," but she says, "I'm holding the journal in my hand." I said, "Well, it's mine." So I'm happy I got my journal. So that's the story for Dina Wakely, and I love her work. This is all a Mod Podge of all kinds of stuff. This is a momigami paper. I added some kozo paper that I tore to make texture. Of course, book pages. This is the background of a faux paper that I made, faux wax paper that I made with jelly print pieces here, and the background here's a piece also. If you see the white here, that's a piece of jelly print that I glued on my wax paper before I glued these down, and then just added a sticker for little colors. I'm also very happy how this came out. This was a jelly print that I made last year. I just painted the background in the bronze because this I used bronze. The background here is a jelly print. And then I did some stamping with Tim Holtz stamps in the bronze. And then with my finger, I had some paint left on my palette. And I just used my finger to make some circles on this, made a little bit of stamping and mark making. So these two work out very well. So now we are starting the new section. See, that's why I couldn't, this was the back of my, normally nothing should be here, but anyway. So this is day 17. I also love how this came out. I have a lot of things going on here. I had used my jelly print, my beautiful blues and yellows, made a photocopy, use a Tim Holtz stamp to stamp on the print, did some stitching around it. I had made a cluster a while back that was just laying on my table, and this is a piece of a gel print. This is a painty paper that I made. This is also painty paper, a piece of fabric, and this is a tracing paper that I had coffee dyed. So I did some stitching all around to add my cluster to the bottom of my card. And in the back, I used a book page and did some swatches with my Neo Color 2 on the side here. And I just added a little piece of fabric on the side. So I'm happy with how this came out as well. For this page, also Dina Wakely from the collective. She has one of those figures, but on the right side, it's all again in the pinks and the blue, a baby blue, but it wasn't the right, no, it wasn't blue, it was pink and purple. So it didn't go with this. So what I did, I just reversed my figure, did a did the drawing because I could see through, so I made the drawing. If I was good at drawing, I could have made it myself, but anyway. And just went around with my charcoal pencil and then used some paints to match this that would go well with my page here. For the background, it was a gel print, but it was neutral. There was nothing on it, so I did a lot of stenciling in different colors to match, to go well with this. Did some stitching around my page and just added a little sentiment that says live, create, tell the story. So I'm very happy how this came out as well. This has to be my pièce de résistance. I love it. I really do love this page. So for this, I used my gel prints in the colors that I wanted to use, made 5 circles, and I cut my circles by hand. I didn't use my punch because I wanted to be organic. So, and then I cut my circles in half, and I mix match like a puzzle, and did some mark making around. And some of my pieces, as you will notice, somebody was asking me, it looks like it's a 3D, but all it is that I cut like a piece out of here, and I just collaged it here actually. And then this piece here was collaged here, and then I have another one that's collaged here. So it is a little bit 3D if you want, and a lot of mark making on my pieces, and I love that, how it came out. This page here is gel print background, photocopy, did some stitching. Now for my pocket and my tag, I had made a masterboard, which I love. So this is also a photocopy of a gel print. Did some crazy stitching, and on top of that, I had problems with my sewing machine. But I love how this came out. So that was for my tag. And for my pocket, I used a cleanup page, my Braille cleanup page on a book page. And I think as you can see in here, you can see the book page in here. And then on my paper, I did some stenciling marks in black paint, and then now I just added some white mark making on it, and here's some black mark making, and a little sentiment that says imagine every possibility. So that was for my page 20. This also I love. This is all from Collage Soup, my new Collage Soup book. The background is Collage Soup. And what I did, on the page you have some squares. So what I did, I cut some of my red. I did some red prints, and I just cut them out. And they're made with tissue paper, so they're very. You can see the writing in the back. And I did some stitching around each square. So I had done some in black too. So that's gel print, gel print, gel print, and gel print. And I did some stitching around my squares. And from my book, added the letters art for peace. We're living in troubled times right now, and I thought it was appropriate for this. For some reason, it came out that day. I think I saw something on the news that really got to me, and that's why I made this page. And, you know, I chose this photo because, you know, we're all together. Let's love each other. It's a small world, and it's so hard times to live in right now, I find. So that was my feeling for the day when I made this page. And for this page, the background here is just tissue paper that I crumbled, and I played with some ink. I think it was my mahogany color that I used for the background, just for coloring the paper, and I love the way it came out. Use pieces of leftover from this page to make my design. Did some slow stitching my first time. I love how this came out. I'll probably be doing this again. It brings out some textures. And for the gel prints, well, you have a gel print here, the red one. This is a gel print here, and 2 gel prints. So I've got some gel prints in here, and then I just made black circles to add for little pop. And this is not all glued down, so it's loose on my page. So this was my heart page. I love it. Also this. This is the background is a gel print that I made with a stencil and the beautiful turquoise, greens, and yellow. And I had done a leaf from a gel print session, and I just cut out my leaf to put in the background of my flowers. These are flower punches. I have 2 sizes, and I glued them together to add to my the middle of my flowers from the stencil. So I really love the way this page came out as well, so you can see the leaves. So I have, this is another piece of leaf. This is my wonky house, and I just love it. Natasha from Treasure Book makes a lot of wonky houses, and I've been wanting to do one for a long time. And I thought, well, this is my mixed media month page, and I'm doing it. So this is my lovely gel print background that I just adore. Thank God I made photocopies, because I'm sure I will be using this to make flowers, to make all kinds of stuff. This is a painty paper that oh no, this is a palette piece of paper for the roof. Added more little flowers to my roof. I did a lot of stitching, and I made my roof a little crazy. This is a gel print. This is a gel print piece from another stencil flower, that for my door, and added a flower, a little doorknob, and the window is also made from the painty paper. And added a little sentiment from Tim Holtz, I think it is. Isn't she lovely? I'm very happy with this page. Well, I think like I said, the only thing that I regret is the black and white page. But so far, I love everything I made. This was, wow. I had bought these whimsical birds a while back, and I've been wanting to do something. And since I made my gel, I made a masterboard out of my blues and greens and yellow gel prints, and I made this beautiful masterboard. And again, my little flower, watercolor flower, and I just fussy cut my bird, added to my background, added some gold on my lines. Didn't want to do it too much because I didn't want to take away the beauty of the bird. And again, I cut some words, colorful beauty, and it is, I just love it. So for this page, a gel print background that I made on white tissue, but it was white because I wanted the transparency to show through my colors. So I just painted the background with a paintbrush in the greens and yellows to match my background here. And I used again my masterboard to make my tag. Added pieces of my netting, and these pieces of netting are done on a gel print as well. So I use that for background, and my big watercolor flower that I made for this page and added a beautiful piece of sari silk for the ribbon. So, and all the white stitching from my netting. I love it. I'm very happy with these two pages as well. And see, when you do your printing on tissue paper and just print white, when you paint your background, you see the color that comes through. I don't know, can you see this? Like the pink here is coming through. I've got the blues coming through. I've got a little bit of yellow coming through. Look at all the blue in the bottom here. I love this technique, and I learned this from Joan Miller, artist. She's Canadian, out west. I think she's from Kelowna, and she does a lot. Go check out her YouTube channel, Joan Miller Artist. She does fantastic work. I really enjoy her work as well. So, you know, you pick up things from different artists. I love Denise Love, that's her name. She does amazing work, and actually she's the one I started doing a lot of work watching her videos. That's how I started, like 2 years ago. Before, I was making junk journals, but I wanted to get away from junk journaling for a while, and I wanted to go more into painting and doing things. And it's from watching her videos that I got the ideas of wanting to play with paints. So I have Pam Hammerling that I watch a lot. She's all over the place, and I love it. I just love her she's spontaneous, and I love the way she works. Joan Miller, Michelle at the Creative Coast. So I have a lot of beautiful artists that I like to follow, and they inspire me very much. I can't name them all, but I have a few. This is my Oriental page. I wanted to do that for some reason because I have these beautiful Japanese papers. And I had done this last year for the jelly print postcard month in July. So what I did, I just painted the background, used a stencil to make some lines. And this stencil here is from Robin McClendon. When you buy her book, in the back you have two stencils, and that's one that she gives us. So that was my page for last year. And so I added some jelly. The background here is a gel print. And I just added some pieces of gel print in the back of my postcard right here. So for this page here, the background is Japanese paper. And this is the gel prints that I made with baby oil in the reds and gold. I love how they came out. The background here is from, this is collage soup. And I just cut the whole thing was collage soup, but I just cut a piece of my Japanese paper to add in the bottom. Did some stitching around it, added another piece of gel print at the top to match this. The back, and I didn't realize when I put my photo, I stitched, and then it was too late. I had added already my gel print in the back. So I didn't want to see the square stitching, so I just added a piece of the Japanese paper. But I'm very happy how this came out as well. So like I said, I've got all kinds of things in here. My creativity was just, wow. Let's go. I don't know what I'm going to be doing after this, but anyway. These two are simple pages, but you know, sometimes less is good. I just choose a photocopy of my gel print. I like the greens and the yellows in the back, and I went through my napkins and found this beautiful napkin. Did some stamping on the back, excuse me, some stitching around my page, and just decoupage my napkin, and use my Derwent Intense pencil to go over to add to pop out the colors. But I was watching also another artist. Her name is Karen Birchall, another Canadian artist. And what she does, and I'm going to try that, she uses gel prints. she tears up her gel prints and she adds them on top of her prints to make it, you know, pop more. So that's another technique. And I saw her video after I had made this, because I would have probably tried to do it on this page. Anyway, what's done is done. For this page, I think I did say in my video, the background of this gel print so beautiful that I didn't want to cover up. So all I did, I used a Tim Holtz stencil for my corners. This is a collage soup butterfly that I just fussy cut and went around with my pens. I think I took my Artex acrylic paints, pencils to go around this to make it pop more. Just went around on the lines too, to, you know, added some little pieces of collage from Tim Holtz here. My number, this a little bit subtle stamping, because like I said, I didn't want to hide the beautiful colors. Look at all the greens on top, how beautiful that piece came out. And it's too bad because you can never repeat your prints. That's the beauty of gel printing, I guess. But now I don't make the mistake. I make photocopies of my prints so I can use them in various collages or whatever. That's another thing I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna take all my prints and I'm gonna start making collages with my prints. I like that. A new artist that I'm following, and I've been following her since her first video. Her name is Ceri Burlington. She does beautiful, beautiful gel printing. Go check her out. Ceri Burlington. Another artist that I'm amazed at her work. So that's it, my friends. This was my beautiful, oh no, in my back, this was my last page, 31. Yep, 31. And you see, that's why it didn't make sense. So that's my snafu for making my concertina if I do another one. So what I did for this page, again, there was a background gel print. And what I did, I just used my Tim Holtz stencil that's got numbers. So I wrote numbers everywhere, and my number 31 is here. Because I didn't want it to pop out since it didn't make sense. And I did sign it in the foliage in the bottom here. And I used my, oops, I'm saying that I need a little bit of glue here. So I did use my Tim Holtz die cuts. I think they're wildflowers, I think. And I did some stenciling of dragonflies and a butterfly and birds. And just added my flowers and my foliage to my page here. And then I took my stencil with some inks and to make it like, you know, grass in the bottom here. So I'm very happy with my little book. It's very sturdy. I chose mixed media, Canson's mixed media paper, large paper that I cut to make my book. So that's it, my friends. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. And take care. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.